organization of Palestinian and Arab youth in the diaspora, struggling for liberation of our homeland from Zionism, imperialism, and settler colonialism.
Hello? Just turn it off. Just Hello everyone, my name is Sophia and I'm here with the Party for Socialism and Liberation, a working class party fighting against poverty, racism and war, and for a system for us, the people and the planet.
We gather here today on the day of Trump's inauguration, as well as the day after the official beginning of the ceasefire agreement, where 90 of our political prisoners were released in the first phase. Today, we're joining people in over 80 cities across the United States to stand with the Palestinian people and every marginalized community threatened by the incoming Trump administration. We stand here to remind the United States government that no matter who is in office, we will continue to resist the fascist, imperialist, and colonial powers that be.
We are here on a day that is so cold that they decided to put the inauguration indoors. But for us, we're saying that we will be here no matter what. No matter how cold it is, no matter how hot it is, we are ready to fight. And we are here because we know more than ever who our true enemies are and where they live. The White House. There's a billionaire president, Donald Trump, the president of the billionaires who as of today will be leading the White House with an agenda to declare war on the people of the world. Not only us, but the entire world. It is a war on the people of Palestine, a war on the poor people, on our immigrant families. It is a war on black people, and it is a war on all of us.
We will continue fighting for the liberation of all of Palestine, for every prisoner, for every inch of our land, and most importantly, for every martyr. We will continue to demand for an arms embargo and demand that justice prevails against the Zionist and imperialist war criminals and their accomplices responsible for the genocide and continued occupation of our people.
We are here to tell those in the White House that they will see us everywhere they try to step on our people. At any moment, they will try to deport our brothers and sisters that are immigrants in this country, that contribute to the economy in this country, that are our family and our people here. We will be there to fight for them. We will be there to fight for every single person that is impacted by the system and this administration. And we will be organized. And we will fight. Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido. All right, I'm going to have to get you all to bring up that energy. I know it's cold, and each one of us made it out here today, and this is only the beginning. So, I'll do it one more time. And I'll say it in English this time. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united
will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. All right. Before we introduce our first speaker, we just want to remind everyone that we have hand warmers, water, and snacks on this table over here. If you need anything, please find an organizer. Please stay safe. We keep each other safe. Take care of your friends. Take care of yourself. If you need a medic, call for a medic. We're all here to take care of each other. To start us off, with the International Solidarity Collective, we have Race Popular.
Good morning, everyone. So, let me start with this question. Why we are here? That's the question that every immigrant has been asked at some point. We are part of the Raíz collective, internationalist, anti-imperialist, popular, and solidarity resistant. Our short answer is that we are here because the U.S. imperialism. For over 200 years, the people of the Avia Yala have struggled to build just and democratic societies. However, the imperialists at this country have continually obstructed our people's ability to achieve sovereignty over our own destinies. As immigrants, we are here because of the Operation Condor, for example, a broad counterinsurgency campaign driven by the U.S. to prevent leftist and progressive forces from gaining power. This was done through coups, assassinations, and military support for armies that massacred us. The 70s and 80s were particularly bloody in Central America. Many people migrated during those years and now live here in the U.S. In the 90s, the United States accelerated the imposition of neoliberal policies that instead of improving conditions in their countries, disproportionately benefit U.S. corporations. They focused on supposed, quotes, economic development through free trade agreements, state reduction, and cuts to social programs that benefit the population. Currently, the U.S. government also imposed repressive policies under the guise of the war on drugs, spending billions of dollars to train and arm security forces that end up protecting the interests of national and international oligarchs while intensifying violence. These policies have only brought poverty and insecurity to our people, and migration becomes the only option for many to survive. Against brave people confronting imperialists through revolutionary means such as Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, the United States waged sanctions wars that limits their ability to trade with the world and causes internal destabilization. This too results in the displacement of thousands of people who, unable to meet their basic needs, have no choice but to risk their lives to come to this country. We have witnessed these policies under both Democratic and Republican administrations. Today, we are seeing an acceleration of openly fascist policies, such as a state of exception under Bukele in El Salvador, extreme reduction of the state in Argentina under Milei. These are presented as models to follow by politicians close to Trump who aim to expand their use within the U.S. territory to repress and strip the working class of rights while enriching themselves. Migrants are exploited as labor in the U.S., and no fascists want to blame us for everything that has been denied to the American people for over 200 years: healthcare, education, food, and housing. After all the harm the U.S. imperialists has caused in our countries, migrants not only deserve the right to come and stay here, but also to demand reparations for all this damage. Instead of spending billions of dollars funding wars and the genocide of the Palestinian people for the benefit of a few, the U.S. government should invest in its own people. welcome migrant communities, regulate housing, provide universal health and education, grant permits and dignified conditions to street vendors, and support community space like Amigos Park here in D.C. Please visit our table to learn more about this local effort of Raíz Popular. There is a petition, and we're collecting signatures to pressure the mayor to allocate resources for the construction of Amigos Park in Mount Pleasant, a neighborhood that has been historically been diverse home of migrant and historical communities here in D.C. Migrants, the American working class, black communities descendant from enslaved people, and the indigenous people of these lands share a common enemy. That is why we call for solidarity and unity in this fight against the repressive and fascist policies that Trump seeks to implement to make billionaires richer and more powerful at the expense of criminalizing the working class. ¡Que viva la clase trabajadora! ¡Viva! ¡Que viva la gente de la Via Yala! ¡Viva! ¡Que viva la solidaridad internacional!
Up next, we have KB from the D.C. Alliance Against Racism and Political Repression.
Sorry, y'all. When I say people, you say power. People. People. When I say people, you say power. People. People. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Now I need y'all to get lit. I need y'all to bring this energy. I need y'all to bring this energy. My name is KB. I'm the organizing chair for the D.C. Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression. Excuse me. So the D.C. Alliance is the D.C. branch of the National Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression, which was formed in the 1970s out of the Free Angela Davis movement. Since our inception, we fought to end racist police terror and organized campaigns to free the wrongfully incarcerated and political prisoners. Today, we are still carrying on that same work, but we organize around the demand of self-determination. And what that looks like is community control of the police, because we realize that the way things are set up right now, the police kill us with impunity, and there's nothing we can do about it, because we don't have accountability over the police, because we don't have power over the police. The only way to get accountability and to get justice for our communities is to have power, is to have the self-determination to say who polices our communities and how. That is what we are fighting for. That is what we organize around. We understand that unity is central to all of our struggles. We aren't allied with Palestinian liberation. We're in solidarity. We're not allied with undocumented and immigrant folks. We're in solidarity. We're not allied with the women's rights and the reproductive rights and queer liberation. We're not allies. We're in solidarity because we realize that the same forces that are murdering and genociding Palestinians is the same forces that kill us right here in our community. We understand that. We understand the same forces that are trying to deport our undocumented and immigrant brothers and sisters is the same forces that torture us right here in our city. We are literally dealing with the case as the D.C. Alliance of a black mom and her 2 kids being brutalized by the police, having rifles pointed at a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. The same forces that are doing that to our community are also oppressing other people in other ways. So we're not allies. We're in solidarity. It's cold as a mother out here, y'all. It's cold as a mother. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. So they may have the money, they may have the power in the media and all that, But you know what we have that they'll never have? And this is what makes them shake in their boots. We have us. We have the power of the people. We have the masses of the people. There are more of us than there are of them. We outnumber them 100 to 1. We outnumber them 1,000 to 1. So together, united, we will win. We will win. We're here for victory, y'all. We're here to win. We're here to win liberation, not just talk about it. Excuse me. Ooh. It's church today. So now, especially under the Trump administration, the incoming administration, we know that all of our communities are going to be under attack at heightened levels. We know now is more important than ever to stand together. It's more important than ever to put power back where it belongs, into the hands of the oppressed and the dispossessed, into the hands of the last, so that the first can tremble when they hear us roar. All power to the people. I said all power to the people. I said all power to the people. Hey everybody, my name is KB from the DC Alliance. You can follow us on all social media at DCAARPR. Once again, that's DCAARPR. We also have a table over here that you can come talk to us. Solidarity, y'all. Let's turn up. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
All right. Before we get to the next speaker, we just want to remind everyone that there are tables around the park. Please go and check them out. They're amazing organizations. Go talk to them, figure out what they're about. You know, everyone's here together. So the next speaker is Sydney Loving. She's a member of the Central Committee of the Freedom Road Socialist Organization.
Hello, everybody. It is so good to be here with all of you. And Freedom Road Socialist Organization, last year we spearheaded the massive marches on the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee and the Democratic National Convention in Chicago that brought 30,000 into the streets. And that was the first step, and here is the next. Inauguration Day is day one, and we're mobilizing all over the country, and this is the message. We are not just ready for a fight, we're looking for one. Yeah. The situation in the world today is showing cracks all around us. There's cracks in U.S. empire. It's in a period of decline, and the decline is accelerating. We saw the cracks in the George Floyd rebellion when one man's murder brought millions into the streets and set cities on fire, because it scratched the depth of national oppression and the potential for mass resistance. After 16 months of atrocities, the Palestinian resistance and its allies have not been defeated. And millions around the world have stood up against the U.S.-backed genocide in Gaza and marched in solidarity with their heroic struggle for freedom. All around us, things are sharpening. So Donald Trump and his gang of billionaires, bigots, and corporate puppets are about to take power again. And they made their plans crystal clear. Mass deportations, police violence, attacks on workers, women, LGBTQ people, and immigrants. They're going to try to gut health care, roll back our democratic rights, and line the pockets of the rich while stepping on the rest of us. So there's nobody that Trump's administration is not going to try to pick a fight with, but we're going to bring the fight to him. When his forces come to town, we're going to smash the event. When they try to provoke us, just like the students refuse to leave the encampments for Palestine, we're going to stand our ground. If they're looking for a fight, we'll give it to them. And even if we don't start the fights, we're sure as hell going to finish them. And repression is nothing new to us. We face raids and FBI scrutiny, and we fought back, and we've kept our people out of jail, every single one. So we learned We learned that the only way to win is not to shrink away, but to face repression head on. The masses are the makers of history, and only by rallying together we can defend our movements and really make advances. So to those who feel overwhelmed or tempted to stay quiet, silence will not save us, solidarity will. You know, we're not scared. We're not scared of the idea of America coming apart, because this is our moment to fan the flames. We're here to build movements, defend our communities, and turn up the heat. So we're building a united front of everybody that has a bone to pick with Wall Street, and we're trying to build a new communist party as a weapon of the working class to bring the monopoly capitalists all the way down. So join us, join our marches. We're not going to keep our heads down and hope that the next 4 years blow over. We're going to rise to every single challenge and make the U.S. ungovernable, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. All right, up next we have Ashik Siddiqui, the co-chair of the Democratic Socialists of America.
Hello, comrades. My name is Ashik Siddiqui, and I'm co-chair of DSA, and I joined the Democratic Socialists of America 8 years ago in January 2017, where I was where a lot of you are now. Trump had just gotten elected for the first time, and I was upset. I was afraid, and I was angry about everything that he represented, and I was angry at the Democrats and the ruling class that let him win. Now here we are again. Donald Trump is becoming president for a second time after an even more decisive victory, after winning the popular vote by millions of votes. Trump won because the Democratic establishment is not meeting working class people's needs. The cost of living has skyrocketed for people with rising rents and grocery costs, while the rich have continued to get richer. The Democratic Party had a chance to present a left-wing populist economic agenda to voters and break with the policy of genocide against Palestinians. Instead, they chose to run a center-right campaign focused on courting Republicans and moderates for votes that don't exist and doubling down on support for Israel and genocide. Democrats chose to abandon working-class voters who are struggling in this period, and now millions more people are questioning their government, questioning the Democratic Party and the politics that they've seen over the past decades. Now, the next Trump administration is going to be a disaster for the working class, both at home and abroad. It means more mass deportations, crackdowns against immigrants, federal abortion ban, national right-to-work laws to crack down on labor rights. It means supporting Israel finishing the job in Gaza. Whatever is happening with the ceasefire, we know that attacks are going to keep increasing on queer and trans people. There's going to be more repression of the left and a sharp turn toward authoritarianism, even more than we saw last time. We're going to see more attempts by the right wing to scapegoat immigrants and trans people and people who they think are vulnerable. They're going to try to pit us against each other, and we're already seeing it happen. We're seeing a lot of Democrats give into that framing themselves. And sometimes on the left, we give into that ourselves. Sometimes we fight about the differences between each other and our organizations. But the bad guys, the capitalists and the fascists, they don't care about what kind of leftists we think we are. They know that our collective power is a threat to the power that they hoard. And when we're divided, when we're disconnected from millions of working class people, that's when they keep winning. So it's up to us to instead choose solidarity and give people an alternative vision of the world that we want, that we know is possible. We say no to genocide. We say no to deportations. We say no to abortion bans. We say no to trans bans. We say no to evictions. We say no to union busting. We say no to climate collapse. We know that workers deserve more, and we are going to fight for our rights against ruling class efforts to divide the working class, to keep sacrificing whole populations here and around the world. We have to keep leveling up how we organize. We have to keep bringing new people into our organizations, to build organizing machines and information networks that can go toe-to-toe with the billionaires trying to stop us. The far right is rising, economic inequality is rising, global temperatures are rising, despite it being so cold today. Climate crisis still is a thing. We know that we have to rise faster to become the mass movement that history and our future deserve to transform our society. We know that socialism is what beats fascism. As socialists, as workers, we have to lead. Socialists must lead, and we are going to keep building our collective leadership together to win the future we all need. So what is it going to take so that in 4 years we're not just organizing to protest the next president? What do we do so that we're organizing in 4 years for a general strike with millions of workers who are strong enough to shut down the system that's oppressing us? It's going to take all of us getting better and better at connecting the ways we organize masses of people at the ballot box, at the workplace, in our neighborhoods, and in the streets to build working class power through organizations that last. We demonstrate what real democracy looks like, shaped by and for working people. We cannot leave any power on the table, so before you leave here at the end of the day, in a few hours, I invite you to join any of the organizations here. I'm part of Democratic Socialists of America. We're the largest socialist organization in the U.S. We have members and chapters in all 50 states. We believe, like many of you, that working people should run the economy and society democratically to meet human needs, not just to make profits for a few. So we're one of the many organizations here. Talk to people and join an organization that is going to build a lasting political alternative. Together, we're going to be stronger than the people who are trying to shut us down. So we're going to win the other world as possible, and I'm so glad to be in solidarity with you here today.
All right, and next we have Sarah, an organizer with the Palestinian Feminist Collective.
Free our prisoners, free them all! Break the chains and let them fall! It's amazing to be here with y'all today in D.C. Let's hear it! So today, the new president of the U.S. Empire returns to the White House. Boo! But we're here today because we know that the struggle for Palestinian liberation is central to our broader struggles of freedom and justice for all of our communities. Our people in Palestine, including occupied Gaza and occupied West Bank, and our freed prisoners who yesterday were reunited with their families and loved ones, show us what resistance and freedom looks like. At the same time, we know that the ceasefire agreement is a bare minimum, and we will not give up on our people in Palestine until liberation is secured. For 16 months, we remain steadfast in our commitment, and this change in administration does not intimidate our movement for liberation. Instead, it emboldens us as we continue to center a liberated Palestine as the North Star of our freedom. We reiterate that Palestine is the nexus for all people's struggles here on Turtle Island as well as in the Arab region. We say no to U.S. imperialist wars of aggression in Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. We recognize Israel as an extension of the U.S. empire, seeking to destabilize the region, deny sovereignty to our people, loot natural resources, and exploit labor. So shame. As a feminist collective in North America, we in the Palestinian Feminist Collective remind the ruling class on Turtle Island that Palestine is a critical touchstone to all of our movements of liberation. Palestine will always be a feminist issue because gendered and sexual violence is central to settler colonialism, apartheid, and genocide. So a people's movement includes all of our struggles. It will confront any political administration leading the global empire. A people's movement can not only withstand a Trump presidency, but challenge and defy it, just as we did with genocidal Biden's presidency. For do not forget, Biden's alienation from the Democratic Party was because of our people in the streets. The people's power for Palestine served to oust Biden, disgrace the Democratic Party, and wholly exposed and threatened U.S. imperial domination in the global world order. So remember, when a new puppet enters the White House, the game is the same. But now we are the wiser, all the stronger, because we stand together. Today is a new chapter in our struggle as we unite against a shared enemy. We will persist until liberation is actualized. Free Palestine.
Up next, we have Brian Becker, the National Director of the Answer Coalition.
Sisters and brothers, Donald Trump decided to move the inaugural ceremony inside because he said it was too cold. That's not why. It's not real. It is cold, but it's not too cold. The real reason is Donald Trump is telling the world and telling the country that he has a mandate. And the fact of the matter is, there weren't going to be that many people on the inaugural parade route, and it gives a lie to the idea that Trump has a mandate. In fact, 26% of the population, the adult population in the U.S., voted for Donald Trump. About the same number who voted for him in 2020. The Democrats lost 8 million votes, and as the sister from the Palestine Feminist Collective pointed out, people didn't vote for Biden not because they loved Trump. That's not true. They didn't vote for Biden because they hated the genocide. They didn't vote for Biden because under Biden, 25 million working class people lost access to health care because they ended the Medicare expansion program that came from 2020. People didn't vote for Biden because Biden allowed the moratorium on evictions to elapse, and there was a wave of evictions because housing is unaffordable here in the center of global capitalism. That's why they didn't vote for the incumbent. It's not because Donald Trump has a mandate. What Donald Trump intends to do right now, today, tonight, tomorrow, and in the coming weeks is to deport hundreds of thousands of working class immigrant families and their children. They do not have a mandate for this. We, the people of the United States, who are not undocumented, are here to say we have much more in common with the undocumented community than the billionaire scum in the White House. We have much more in common with the people of Palestine than we do with Biden, Trump, or the Israeli fascist regime that has committed the genocide. There's no mandate for genocide. I want to say, as I wrap up, that we should all reflect on what just happened in Gaza. You know, The way an enemy conducts a war is designed with one purpose in mind. It's not simply to occupy territory. It's in order to break the will of your enemy. And you can see, and I can see, and the world can see, that after 15 months of genocide, the Palestinian people today are out in the streets celebrating and commemorating the fact that this struggle has released the Palestinian hostages who are never called hostages. There are 15,000 Palestinian prisoners. Each and every one of them is a hostage. Every one of them is a hostage. The American media never calls the Palestinian prisoners hostages. They call them prisoners. Only the Israelis are called hostages. But there's only one way a Palestinian person who's been taken hostage by Israel becomes free, and that is when the Palestinian resistance forces carry out military operations. That's the only way that the Palestinian hostages become free. The Palestinian people have shown the world something that's almost unheard of. That they can fight and fight and fight, and in spite of the death, the destruction, the immense suffering, that they will not be defeated. They should be our inspiration when we fight against the new capitalist regime here in the White House. Free Palestine, everyone. Let's keep marching.
All right, and now we have Rafiki Morris, an organizer with the All African People's Revolutionary Party.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Smash Zionism! Smash Zionism! Smash Zionism! Smash Zionism! Smash Zionism! How y'all doing? They told us that the regime just changed. But I see the same Zionists in the White House today that I saw yesterday and the day before yesterday and the day before that. In fact, every occupant of that building, every president of the United States has been a Zionist, a murderer, an imperialist, and they must be destroyed. We are not confused. They said there's now a billionaire in the White House. The White House is the billionaire's house. That's what they built it for, the billionaires. That's what they exist for. And we cannot be confused by the changing of the guard. Because all of the guards, the new one and the old one, are all a part of the same political, military institution. It's the same, and nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed is our determination to defeat capitalism, to defeat imperialism, to defeat Zionism, and to build a world for the masses of the people who are suffering and exploited and oppressed everywhere. We want to be clear. Homelessness is imperialism. Gentrification is imperialism. Police brutality is imperialism. Zionism is imperialism. Sanctions against Nicaragua, sanctions against Cuba, sanctions against Venezuela, sanctions against Zimbabwe is imperialism, and imperialism must be destroyed. We're not here, and I've said it before, to beg them pigs in the White House for anything. We want to be free. We don't want better housing. We want to be free. We don't want them to give us health care. We want to be free. Housing and health care are human rights. We don't have to beg anybody for our rights. We're going to take our rights. So now we're faced with a dilemma, because the masses of our people are not organized. The masses of our people do not understand what is happening, because we spend all our time and energy talking to each other. But we got to stop talking to each other. We got to start talking to our families, talking to our communities, talking to our jobs, talking to our schools, talking to our hospitals, talking to the masses of our people, and make them understand what is actually going on. This is not, now I heard somebody say our government, and I want you to know, that ain't my government. That's their government. My government is not a settler colonial government. And this here is a settler colony. This is stolen land. This is blood-soaked land. You don't see no Native Americans out here because they trapped on reservations, just like the masses of Palestinians are trapped on that concentration camp they call Gaza. We've come to a lot of these demonstrations, and quite frankly, we're getting tired. We're tired of the talk. We're tired of the confusion. We're tired. We got black people running around here saying the problem is that the Palestinians are anti-black. Not true. What is true? It is not true. This is madness. The Palestinians and the Africans are the same. We're one. Their struggle is our struggle. Their fight is our fight. Their contradictions are our contradictions. They suffer from settler colonialism just like we suffer from settler colonialism. And we are determined not to end Trump's presidency, not to end the Republican Party's domination of the U.S., not to end the Democratic Party's domination of the U.S. We are determined to end capitalism and imperialism and Zionism and racism and patriarchy and reactionary activities of our people all over the world. We must get organized. We must get organized. We must get organized because we got a lot of fighting left to do. Thank you very much. As always, we are ready for the revolution.
Before we introduce the next speaker, I want to let everyone know that we have incredible news coming out of the political prisoner struggle here in the United States. One of the longest held political prisoners and native revolutionary Leonard Peltier has just been granted clemency. What's the call? 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 And that is of all our fight to free our political prisoners, because Mumia is next and every single other political prisoner that is held a prisoner of war, a prisoner of this system. So we say, free them all. Up next, we have Roger Scott, the president of AFSCME Local 2401, which represents thousands of public workers here in D.C.
Thank you. What cold weather, right? Yeah, my name is Roger Scott, and I am the president of AFSCME Local 2401. We represent more than 2,000 district government employees across 16 agencies, 16 human service agencies here in D.C. I'm proud to say that Local 2401 officially endorsed today's rally. So I come today not just as a union member, but as a worker and someone who believes deeply in the power of collective action. We gather here because the stakes for working people have never been higher. As we face this new administration, we must confront a grim reality. The policies that they're proposing already are not designed to uplift working families, but to dismantle the very protections and rights that we fought generations to achieve. This agenda, cloaked in the promises of making America great again, is a betrayal of the working class. So we're up against the ultra-right billionaire-driven agenda that seeks to crush workers' rights by dismantling unions and eroding workplace protections. They seek to target immigrant families, causing division and terrorizing our communities. And they seek the handover of our public resources and hard-earned tax dollars to corporate greed, the cutting of environmental protections, and the cutting or privatizing of public sector jobs. This is not a vision of a nation that values its people. This is a playbook of an oligarchy that seeks to continue consolidating power and wealth at the expense of the working class. But let me tell you something they don't want you to know, is that we have the power to fight back, and we will fight back. Labor's history is one of struggle and triumph against impossible odds. From the factory floors to the picket lines, we have shown that when we stand together, we can win. Today, that fight extends beyond the workplace to defend our communities, our environment, and our fellow workers all over the world. And this fight is not just about one administration or one party. Both Democrat and Republican parties continue their journey to the right, prioritizing endless wars and billionaire profits over the needs of working people. But we as workers have the power to build a movement that transcends politics as usual, a movement grounded in justice, solidarity, and the fundamental belief that every person deserves dignity, safety, and opportunity. To my union siblings, I want to say our struggle for fair wages and safe working conditions is inseparable from the struggle for global justice. Every dollar spent on endless wars is a dollar stolen from schools, hospitals, and public services. Every $1 million bomb dropped abroad is a job that could have been created, or affordable housing, or universal health care, or a sustainable energy system. To paraphrase Dr. King on the war in the 60s, the bombs in Vietnam are exploding in the homes of America's poor. And to my anti-war and pro-Palestinian comrades, I want to say, your fight is also labor's fight. When you demand an end to occupation of Palestine, you are striking at the heart of the imperialist system that exploits workers everywhere. When you call for divestment from companies profiting from the oppression of Palestinians, you remind us that our labor cannot be complicit in injustice. And that fight against injustice is continuing today. Across the country, tens of thousands of workers are organizing, mobilizing, and taking to the streets. We're saying no to the billionaire agenda and yes to the future for the many and not the few. And let's remember that they might have money, but we have the power of solidarity. When we unite, our voices cannot be silenced, our demands cannot be ignored, and our dreams cannot be deferred. Let us rise to the moment. Let's show them what the power of the working class looks like. Solidarity forever, free Palestine, free them all.
All right, and up next we have Jay Brown, a community organizer focusing on quality of life concerns here in D.C.
Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon. Are we warm today? Are we complaining today? Okay, hell yeah, we here to fight, right? Okay, listen. Republican threats and Democrats' action to dismantle democracy and tear apart the rights of our people worldwide will only cause chaos amongst the people and destroy nations around the globe. In this elitist and title-driven world, unity amongst the oppressed, that's us. The ignored, that's us. And this is the priceless gem. Unity is the priceless gem we need, not just to shine, but to exist. Unity is what we need. Listen, y'all, unity is what we need to exist, right? We shouldn't be excluded from power. Nor should pain, hopelessness, and despair be our only commonality. Hold on, do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? No, y'all don't hear that, because I don't hear it. Because freedom hasn't wrong. Freedom has been repackaged in a see-through wrapping that has us window shopping worldwide for justice, right? King had a dream. This king had a dream. However, King's reality was him taking a bullet while surrounded by people who look like him and a government that looks like this. I need you all to know one man's dream can't build us up, and one Kurd in the White House can't hold us down. What's worse than that is misinformed, self-centered people who look like us, talk like us, and claim to be us. We have to be mindful, careful. We have to keep our eyes open. It's unity that's going to make us shine. It's unity that's going to keep us existing. I'm not saying to hell with MLK dream. I'm saying to hell with a dream, especially when I need to be woke and dealing with my reality of what happened to the Palestinians, my reality of police reality, my commitment to sanctuary cities from the border up north and back down to Georgia, to resist oppression from the mountain ranges to the local swamps known as D.C., and show up for my brothers and sisters who are fighting for their very existence from the river to the sea. The right thing isn't about what's just right for you. Remember, unity. It's the right thing. It's not just about what's right for you. It's about what's right for us. We are not free at all. You can thank God Almighty, but we are not free at all, and won't be free at all unless we stay together and stay strong.
Up next, we have Ben, an organizer with the Cuba-Venezuela Solidarity Committee.
Good morning, friends. When we talk about resistance against fascism and the U.S. empire, we would be mistaken to ignore Cuba, who today remains one of the greatest examples of a country and a people who have resisted and overcame U.S. imperialism. As we ready to fight for our rights here, we should remember that the same billionaire ruling class looking to rob us and take away more and more of our rights is looking to overthrow Cuba's revolution. If we know who our enemies are, we should also understand who our friends are. And I'm here to say that Cuba, our friend, needs our help. Cuba is a country free and independent of U.S. domination. Cuba had a revolution, where today there are no health insurance CEOs preying on our sick loved ones, where there is not a single homeless encampment, where police aren't armed racist thugs that occupy, harass, and murder neighbors, students, and friends, and where the government stands with the heroic people of Palestine, not the genocidal criminals in Tel Aviv. Just last week, in a massive victory for the Cuban people, the Biden administration finally ended Cuba's absurd designation as a so-called state sponsor of terror. For years, we have organized against Cuba being put on this list, because we know that even Biden knew that this was a false designation. The placement of Cuba on this list was designed to tighten the genocidal blockade, making it harder for Cubans to engage in international trade that would feed them, that would build their schools, that would keep their society flowing. So we should ask the question, who really sponsors terror? Who supplies the bombs that end up leveling hospitals and campuses in Gaza? Who committed shock and awe bombings of Iraq? Who overthrew the Libyan government and allowed the reintroduction of the slave trade to Africa? Who dropped more bombs on Vietnam than the total amount of bombs dropped in both World War II and the war on Korea combined? The number one terrorists are the U.S. imperialists. And they will surely continue their war on Cuba as crooked narco Rubio is set to replace criminal Tony Blinken at the State Department. But it's not just that the U.S. is led by a criminal group of warmongers, but also that our friend Cuba has done many great things for the world. Who has trained thousands of doctors who serve the world, including in Gaza? Who sent doctors to tried to send doctors to New Orleans after the disaster after Hurricane Katrina? Who sent their own people to fight against the racist and colonial South African military, against colonialism, because they understood that Africa's liberation is the struggle for all people? This is what makes Cuba a friend worth fighting for. Around the world, the politicians in Washington may speak in our name, but never with our consent. If we know who our enemies are, we should know who our friends are. And Cuba is our friend. So when Trump looks to isolate Cuba in the next coming days and months and years, we will say, Cuba is not alone. So I'd like to close with a chant and a message to them. Cuba, amigo, el pueblo está contigo. Cuba, amigo, el pueblo está contigo. Cuba, amigo, el pueblo está contigo. Thank you.
And now we have Kay, an organizer with Code Pink.
Assalamu alaikum. Friends, comrades, and community, right now we're gathered here while there are thousands lined up in the cold to see Trump's inauguration. And while some of us may want to be there instead, yelling at them, questioning them, we must understand most of those people are not the true enemy, because they come from the working class, and that is all of us here today. My name is Kay, and I'm a campaign director for Code Pink. And I want to remind us all that our oppressor does not get to tell us who our enemy is. They do not get to weaponize our identities to divide us. We need to continue to fight to end wars, and that means ending this evil war economy. Bloodshed should never be profitable. A lot of people are scared because of Trump coming back into office. But what horrors did we also see under Biden? Democrats lost because they no longer have the ability to trick us, the working class, into saying that they support our interests when we know they don't. Kamala stepped up, and not in a way that gave hope, but only to fearmonger and scare us. It was a campaign of fear. They said, how scary would it be if Trump came back? But he's back. And where were they? Where are they? Look around you. Look around you, really. All of us today, we have made a commitment to show up for each other, regardless of who is in office. And that's not just a commitment that we made today or a year ago or 2 years ago. We have made that commitment since our movement began. In the midst of celebration of a ceasefire agreement, We need to take this moment to rededicate ourselves to our movement, to end militarization. U.S. politicians can never truly be believed. We can never count on their actions to be consistent or align with what we're fighting for. And though we see this ceasefire, which, let me be clear, was won by the resistance and the people who did not succumb to the trillions of dollars that the war empire invested into their death. I say this today, that we may feel fear because Trump is back, and that's real. But what we should fear is complacency in the war economy. Yeah! We get to make the decision, not just to show up to rallies, but having conversations with people who do not think like us, our neighbors, our friends, our co-workers. We must build up our movement in the U.S. to end the U.S. imperialism and build a system that can take care of our needs instead of funding a war machine. As our powerful comrade Assata Shakur once said, it is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love each other and support each other because we have nothing to lose but our chains. So become uncomfortable. Have those difficult conversations. And I end here with a chant. No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere. Boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere. Thank you. U.S. out of everywhere.
Up next, we have Katya and Kimon representing WPFW and We Act Radio.
Hey, for everybody wondering about the numbers here, I would say anywhere from, I would say around 200 people in the park here. Don't forget to smash that like button, share this live stream.
How you doing? My name is Katia Stitt. I'm the program director at WPFW Radio, Pacifica Radio, the People's Radio. And thank you. We want to announce, first of all, the great news that we just heard. Great that news. Leonard Peltier got clemency. Yes. He will, apparently, he will have to serve out his sentence at home, but he'll be at home. So God bless him for that. I also want to encourage anyone that can and will. You know, we are 99% listener supported, and it's folks just like you that support us. So when you can, please take this lovely device and use it for good and support WPFW by texting WPFW-FM to 801-801 and make whatever contribution you can, because that is how we are powered, the people. And we thank you, we bless you for your activism and your work. Get in touch with us anytime. We are here for you.
WPFW is our Pacifica affiliate, and unfortunately, 92% of all of their listenership never support that station. Only 8% of the listeners of WPFW actually support the station. So please join that 8%. 92% of all talk radio in America is right-wing funded. We need our own media. All of you are the media. All of you need to be sharing your networks together. I'm representing We Act Radio, the only building east of the river that flies a Palestinian flag. We're on the radical side of Monarchy Avenue. And I hope that each and every one of you will come out and join us at the anti-inauguration ball tonight at the Black Cat. Doors open at 7 o'clock. I want us to celebrate. The empire is falling. Today is MLK Day, not just inauguration. Today is MLK Day. And his last speech in Washington, D.C., March 31st, 1968, entitled Remaining Awake During a Great Revolution. He said that far too often people find themselves living in periods of great social change, but yet they fail to develop the new ideas, the new mental responses that the new situation demands. They end up sleeping through a revolution. I submit to you that's the quintessential definition of stay woke. I need y'all to do that and don't be like Snoop Dogg, all right? Can we do that? When I say fuck, y'all say Trump. Fuck! Trump! Fuck! Trump! y'all folks giving? See y'all tonight at the International Anti-Inauguration Ball.
Free Palestine!
Continue. Picture.
All right, and now we have Cam representing Bayan DMV.
Hey guys, stick around because
warm and militant greetings, comrades. My name is Cam, and I'm a representative of Bayan DMV, a grassroots alliance of anti-imperialist organizations fighting for national democracy with a socialist perspective in the Philippines. Bayan DMV joins you all here today in the belly of the beast because the Filipino people have a vested interest in exposing the U.S. government for being a fascist and imperialist nation that exploits and plunders its own people and people all over the world. We know that the return of Trump is a manifestation of the rottenness and decay of imperialism, but with him he brings an openly fascist right regime and base. For more than 100 years, the relationship between the U.S. and the Philippines has been one of colonization. Through unequal military, economic, and political deals, the U.S. has kept the Philippines technologically backwards and underdeveloped. And today, in an era of heightening contradictions between the world's superpowers, the U.S. wants to use the Philippines as a pawn and shield in its aggression towards and containment of China. Trump said that the Philippines is the most prime piece of real estate from a military standpoint and will further exploit the Philippine resources, people, and use our land as a launch pad for war. Shame! Since 2016, the U.S. has sent over $1 billion U.S. tax dollars to support the fascist and murderous Philippine military. Just like the U.S. funds the Zionist regime of Israel, the U.S. government would rather fund war and occupation abroad than serve its own people by providing money for schools, hospitals, roads, and social services for the working people in this country. Just in the past 2 years, there have been 9 new U.S. military bases throughout the Philippines, effectively treating the Philippines like one big military base. Shame! Just last year, the U.S. staged its largest ever military exercises and war games in the Philippines, which destroys our environment and violates our community's rights and welfare. Shame! For years and decades, the U.S. has trained the Philippine military and police in brutal counterinsurgency tactics to crush the revolutionary forces that are waging armed struggle against the reactionary Philippine government that terrorizes its own people. Shame! The Philippines is not for sale, but the Filipinos are no strangers to fascists and dictators. We are no stranger to colonization and exploitation. The history of the Philippines is a history of revolution and resistance. Broad and deep multi-sectoral movements like the National Democratic Movement, spearheaded by alliances like Bayan, are what toppled 2 dictators. This history energizes us with the resolve and knowledge that we can do it again. And it gives us hope that the American people can do it too. There is the need to go to the people, listen to them and their valid concerns, and bring a united analysis and program back to them that they can understand and, more importantly, fight for. During our march, we will be stopping at the Philippine Embassy to confront the representative of the Philippine government and demand that the U.S. get out of the Philippines. Just as we stand in solidarity with the working and oppressed people in the U.S. and all around the world, we invite you to stand in solidarity with the Filipino people in our fight for liberation. Because we know that a blow to U.S. imperialism anywhere is a win for working people and oppressed people everywhere. The people united will never be defeated. Thank you. Thank you all for sticking here in the midst of this cold. And we are going to march very soon, but before, I want to introduce our last speaker who is performing a song, Sermon Boy, who is a member of the Phi Beta Sigma fraternity.
What song is it?
Wow, this mic is... Hi, guys. All right. Yeah.
Lift every voice, sing, sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let us rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us march on till victory is won. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
All right. Are we tired? Are we tired? Are we ready to march? Before we start marching, this is a reminder that our work does not end here today. A ceasefire does not mean we are done. We will stop when every single marginalized and occupied and oppressed community is free. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Gaza! Long live Gaza! Long live Gaza! Long live Gaza! Again, thank you everyone for attending here with us today. We will begin marching. If you want to point your attention to the back, we will begin marching from there. Thank you again.
Alright, if you guys can see, there is a guillotine up ahead. Alright, don't forget guys, smash that like button, share this live stream. And welcome new members, Hector and Courtney. Welcome to Status Coup. We appreciate your support. We are powered by the people. That is how we are able to do our on-the-ground reporting all over the country. So if you can, please consider becoming a member. StatusCoup.com/join. Sign up. It's $5 a month. That comes out to 16 cents a day. If you can't do that right now, please subscribe. Share our videos. Share our live stream. There are many independent journalists here. I don't believe anybody else is live streaming this except for us. Again, you won't find CNN, Fox, all the mainstream medias. You won't find them out here. You'll find them near the arena where the circus is going on. But we are here with the people, marching in the cold. It is freezing. It's not as cold as I thought it was going to be, but it is cold, especially over here. It's wide open over here, so it's very cold. But yeah, it's not as cold as they made it seem it was going to be because they were having the inauguration indoors. I will get to some interviews. I'm gonna follow the march. I believe they're gonna head south. And then if I get a chance, I'm gonna have to I'll either have to walk for a few minutes or take a car. I don't think the car is gonna be possible because of all the road closures. But I will walk over towards the arena where the Trump supporters are online right now to get into the arena. That's the Capital One arena. Okay, it's cold. Give me a second, I'm gonna just put my other glove on.
What you're going to ask me first?
What's that?
Can I know what you're going to ask?
Just tell me what important issues you're out here protesting, and how do you? What are some of your concerns about Trump becoming president? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
I'm here today because I believe in community, and I think that community is everything. When we don't respect our communities, the people have to gather like this because of the fascism that's going on in the States. Particularly in how we treat our immigrants, where this nation was founded on immigration, how we treat the people outside of the United States, and how we treat each other.
Do you think Trump fooled his supporters, blaming immigrants for for all the issues that they're facing? Basically, instead of the bankers and the CEOs and all these billionaires taking the focus off them and blaming immigrants for the issues in this country.
I do think that we demonize immigrants often. I think that it's purposeful as a distraction, but I also think it's purposeful because he's not tricking anybody. He is hating who they hate, and that gives him power. It gives him their support because he hates the same people that they hate. I mean, it is a distraction, right? Everything is, we are often distracted by what he says, things that are awful and horrible. And then we don't pay attention and we start fighting each other instead of fighting the upper class, who is the actual enemy here, not each other.
Absolutely. And what are your thoughts on big tech? Basically, you have Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, and Bezos basically kissing the ring with Trump. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like the people who have the money get a lot of say in what happens in government, and I think that as a democratic republic, right, we elect these leaders who are then paid off by other people, including Elon Musk, including Mark Zuckerberg, all these people who want to be in good graces with the people who make decisions.
Do you have faith that the Democratic Party will fight for working class people?
I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I don't believe that either. I think both parties are the same party, and it's not a red or blue issue anymore. It never really was. So
more of a working class issue.
It is absolutely a working class issue. It has always been a working class issue. It's a community issue, and we don't have a lot of time or space to be with our communities. We don't have third spaces to be with our communities. Our communities are being attacked. We can't focus on each other because we're worried about our next paycheck. We're in survival mode and we're dysregulated constantly. We don't have any time to care about each other, and that's not how it could be better. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be better.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I just get your sign really quick?
Yeah.
What does that say?
It says, I fight for my friends, my loved ones, and my family.
You drew that? That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful work.
Thank you.
You drew that?
Yes.
Money for jobs and education, not for war and deportation.
All right, we got some nationalists walking through.
We need deportation of illegals. That's what we need. If you're illegally here, you'll be deported. That's what we want in America. If you're an illegal immigrant, you won't be deported. That's a good thing. If you truly care about working class people, you'll be for these mass deportations.
Wages go down when migrants are deported.
Last time I checked, this is the United States of America. It's a foreign country. We have a bunch of champagne socialists. They don't represent working class people. They sit here and represent their own selfish interests. They don't represent working class people at all. Not at all. These people, who you calling a nigger? Who said that? You calling me a nigger for what? How am I a nigger? How am I a nigger? What makes me a nigger? I'm a nigger here because I serve my fucking country and I care about working class people. You people don't. Yeah, push me. Yeah, keep pushing me. You see, these reporters are pushing people. They don't want opposition. They can't stand opposition. You want to know why? Because they don't like to be challenged. American patriots need to stand up and challenge these people. Our people need to stand here fighting against these people. They don't represent working class people. They represent their own selfish interests. Why was fragile for election? These people out here, they don't represent Americans. They don't represent the American people. They do. I serve my country. What do you serve? Fuck off, guys. It's your socialist shit. They're not actual socialists. You don't care about America. This is the flag of the American people. This is what we should be supporting. This represents working class people. Our blood country 2,000 miles away. You think I'm afraid of you people? Hell no. I'll stand firm here. You can punch me, you can stab me, you can kill me. Free Palestine! Your government don't give a shit about you. We're not here for the government, dumbass. We represent the American people. True patriots. Tell them to keep our money in America. Fuckers over here. Tell them to keep our money in America. A bunch of fucking college kids. Tell them to keep our money in America. You look like a crowd. Complaining about everything. They have nothing in this country. They sit back and act like something's being taken away. Your rights are being taken away. No. Nice siren, Greg. Now, hell with my VA claim, man. Nice picking me, asshole. Fucking stupid fucker. People are so fucking disgusting. They hate that someone like me that buckets out of here against their bullshit. I'm not going to sit here and be virtue singing about a bunch of champagne socialists. America first. America first. America first. I'm an American. I'm a proud black man. But you ever tell me that I ain't black enough for this shit? My family's a full artist, but you people don't represent a damn thing. It is for me. This country's for me. And anybody that's working class, anyone that says against you, hell yeah. You're native land. This is American land. Y'all are native. Yeah, Americans are native. Black, white, Hispanic, we are native. Our families are third cultivation. And then now people who are here now are native. Black and white Americans are native. We are fought for this country. You people want to throw it away. All my fascists. What makes me a fascist still? Fascist still. Fascist still. I'm marching with you. Don't push me. Hey, don't fucking block me, yo. Hey, don't fucking block me, dog. Hey, fuck you, dog. Nobody touch you, dog. Nobody touch you. Nobody touch you. Nobody push you. This guy's a liar. Nobody push you. Nobody touch you. Hey, don't push me, dog. Don't fucking push me. Don't fucking push me, yo. Nobody push me. Don't fucking push me, yo. What's this guy talking about? He's always don't touch me, yo. Nobody touch me. Don't touch me. This guy's got a mental. Back the fuck off. Don't fucking touch me. Don't push me. I'm standing here all day. Don't touch me. Nobody touch me, guy. Don't fucking touch me, yo. Don't fucking touch me. You think I'm afraid of you? I served in the army, dude. I've seen no officers. America first. You want to sit here and call me Uncle Tom? Bullshit. You people don't give a damn about working class people. You guys are disgusting. You people hate this nation. You people work hard for this nation. You're against it. Don't get into what? I'm standing here. Come challenge me. Come challenge me. They can't match my energy. I'm out here. I got friends. I got buddies. I'll be out here all day. You think you people scare me? Hell no. Just ignore him. Just ignore him. Keep pushing me. Just ignore him. No, you're not going to ignore me, Spider-Man. Just ignore him. Spider-Man, no, we're not going to ignore me. I'm here, Spider-Man. Why are you pushing me? Ignore him! I'm on the sidewalk. I can walk down if I want to. Yeah. I'm going to continue to walk. Okay. I'm not talking to you. Anyway, I got to stand.
Ignore that joke. He want all of this. Everything y'all do.
We don't want no Zionists here. Everybody just keep moving. Everybody just keep moving.
Don't get that joke with no energy. Don't give him no energy.
I don't give a damn about your Palestine bullshit. None of that shit. Now watch yourself. America first. Fascism is a form of socialism, my God. And racism, oh my goodness, you guys, people are disgusting. Money for jobs and education! Make a blessing for education! Not for war and occupation! Money for I bet they want me to have Washington Not for war and occupation! Right? U.S. imperialist! Guys, you can say it like, you know, insecure, that's great. They're not going to stop me. U.S. imperialist! U.S. imperialist! Number one terrorist! Number one terrorist! 24 jobs. Get the fuck out, guys! Get the fuck out of the way! Get the fuck off of me! Let go, guys! Hey!
So cops are here, but they're not doing shit.
These people don't stop me from marching. Stop me from pushing where I want to go. It's a free country. You people talk about fascism, but you won't even let me walk in the public on the sidewalk. How about that?
You know how you give it to them.
I can walk on the sidewalk. Hold your shit, though. I can walk on the sidewalk. I can walk on the sidewalk. You don't wait your truck down. You guys are fucking disgusting. You sit here and talk about fascism when you're blocking me from getting on the sidewalk to go and counter you guys.
You don't even know what fascism is.
What's fascism? What's fascism?
No, it's not, guys. Exactly.
It's not. Don't read the book, guy. Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, they're all for black people when they're against, when people like me, black people out here doing this, this is when black people turn on each other. When black people sit back and they say, I love this country, I love what we built, black and white people, guess what? Black people out here come out here and do this shit. I'm going around.
Out in this joint, and y'all know me. I done been with
Hey, by the way, my name is
that ain't no black.
Look that up.
All skin folk
At the end of the day, black,
all
hey,
skin folk ain't
I don't hear
folk.
this shit.
You understand
I
what
don't
I'm
want to
saying?
hear this shit.
You
Hey,
understand?
I'm black and I'm proud. All right, how about that?
Don't give him the energy, Joe.
Don't give
That's
him the
all
energy.
he
He's gonna be
wants.
here all day.
That's all he
I got all the
wants.
energy in the world.
Don't give him the energy, Joe. That's all he wants.
These people are afraid
That's all he
of
wants,
people like
Joe.
me. More and more people like me are growing. More and more people like me are going to be challenging people. Get ready. It's going to be a long 4 years. I fucking energy. We put this country first, not these people. They talk about fascism. I can't even walk on a public sidewalk to challenge you people. Afraid of opposition. Afraid of opposition. They hate to be challenged. Yeah, whatever.
Pete, let's go! Up there from me!
fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Andre Williams, get another name. Who the fuck are you? Andre Williams. Andre Williams. Shut the fuck up.
All right, guys. Before anything else goes down, there's we got a line of police on bikes. All right, I gotta change my battery on the camera. Oh, hold on, police are moving in.
Take it down the street. Take it down the W. Take it down the W. Go. What's up?
Andre Williams. That's my name. So I'm here. I'm a nationalist. I'm an ex-veteran. I care about working class kids. I care about opposing these people. More Americans opposing people. Next 4 years, it's not resistance, it's opposition to these people.
And where do you normally live?
Detroit, Michigan. Wayne County. Listen, we run for office, we need to make it better. On the street, on the street. Press, get up, get out of here. Watch out, guys, watch out. Watch out, watch out, guys, watch out, watch out. Watch out. Good? All right, hold on.
Francis, there's not a fucking thing.
All right, guys, that's somewhat. Let me change this battery. It's fucking cold now. All right, give me like 1 minute. All right, if the screen goes out, the live stream goes out, I will reset it. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Hey, we lost it? Fuck. Okay, alright, I'm gonna reset it. Let me know. Okay, alright. Alright, bye.
Yeah, I'm in Virginia too, but I'm on the South of Elizabeth. So all I'm seeing is that I can't use this one.
Alright, guys, we are back. Alright, the march is on the way. The march is on 16, crossing Florida Avenue.
don't have to do that.
Show me what community looks like. This is what community looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
All right, so I'm now seeing definitely more than 200 people. I would say probably around 400. Alright, I gotta tie my shoe. I'm gonna look for a place to set my camera down, just so I can tie my shoe, and then I'll get back in there. In the meantime, smash that like button, share this now. We posted a video outside of the arena of a organization called Revcom. They protested near where the Trump supporters were online to go into the arena. They burned a Confederate flag, Trump flag, and an American flag. Go check out that video on our Twitter page, Status Coup on Twitter. That was posted earlier. Hey. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Alright, I gotta find a place I can stop to tie my shoe.
Missed the shot while you were trying to shoot. I know.
Alright, I'm back. Shoes are tied. It's very difficult to do anything with my hands right now. I can't feel my hands. Tying my shoe, changing the battery. If you can't hear them, they're chanting, "We're fired up." Can't take it no more, or won't take it anymore. Fired up, won't take it no more. Alright, we are crossing U Street. For those who are familiar with DC area, U Street and 16. Hey guys, where else are you going to see this kind of coverage? You're not going to see it on mainstream media, and not from many independent channels either. Okay, because not many independent outlets are able to do what we do, going on the ground, covering these protests and other stories live. And that's only possible because of you, the viewers. So super chats are welcome, and the members. Become a member of Status Coup. Sign up. StatusCoup.com/join. Subscribe. There's 2 helicopters above. They're not police helicopters. They look like probably whatever else. I don't know. All right. Where are we? S Street. All right, so for those who got in late or didn't hear what was announced, breaking news this morning, Biden has commuted the sentence of Native American political prisoner Leonard Peltier, freeing him from prison after nearly 50 years. Peltier was wrongly imprisoned for killing 2 FBI agents despite there never being any evidence he committed the crimes. So that was breaking news just a few hours ago.
Half these people are... Oh yeah, and also
All right, so my plan is to follow them. They're marching towards the White House. The White House is just a few blocks on this street here. I'm going to march with them to the White House, hang around for a bit. If I get a chance, it's a little bit of a walk, but I'm going to walk to the Capital One Arena where all the Trump supporters are online waiting to get into the arena. I'll try and get to some interviews over there, but that's my plan. If it doesn't work out, I will stay live and cover anything else that happens around here. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Yeah, right.
she says it like that, patronizing,
Trump says go back, we say fight back. That's what the chanting.
Good to see you. I'm all right. We say fight back. 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 Trump says go back. We say fight back. Trump says go back. We say fight back. We say go back. We say fight back. Trump says go back. We say fight back. We say fight back.
This racist system has to fall.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with occupation.
Down with occupation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with occupation.
Down with occupation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with occupation.
Down with occupation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with occupation.
Down with occupation.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Within our lifetime. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Within our lifetime.
Within our lifetime.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Occupation is a crime.
Occupation is a crime.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Occupation is a crime.
Occupation is a crime.
From Palestine to Mexico.
Palestine to Mexico.
Border walls have got to go.
Border walls have got to go.
From Palestine to Mexico.
From Palestine to Mexico.
Border walls have got to go.
Border walls have got to go.
From Palestine to Mexico.
From Palestine to Mexico.
Border walls have got to go.
Border walls have got to go.
From Palestine to Mexico.
From Palestine to Mexico.
Border walls have got to go.
Border walls
Yeah,
have
no,
got
we
to
got.
go.
We can't believe that Trump is the peace president. We need to end wars, and peace means taking care of the needs of the people. It's not just the absence of war. It's the care of the people. It's justice. So we're here for peace, to end the wars in Ukraine, to take care of the people of Palestine and end the occupation.
You know, Biden warned about the oligarchy forming in America. But yet we have such an
He
increase
created the oligarchy. He's been there for 40 years creating the oligarchy.
And what do you think about all these tech billionaires, Musk and Jeff Bezos and Zuckerberg, basically pissing away your phone, donating $500 million?
They're as fake as he is. They're just as fake as he is. It's a game. But the people that are going to get hurt are the innocent people, just like in Palestine. When they say they came for us, they went for the Palestinians, and now they're coming for everyone.
That's how we will liberate.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine is almost free.
Palestine is almost free.
From the sea to the river.
From the sea to the...
Yeah, guys, if you don't know, the technology and the AI that they're using in Gaza and Palestine, basically they're testing new weapons, new technologies to be used elsewhere, whether it's here or other places they are trying to take over. That's what's happening in Gaza and Palestine right now. New weapons are being tested, new technology, AI. So It's all coming here. It's going to come here eventually. It's just a matter of time.
They have some.
All right, so we are crossing P. This is P Street. Again, we are on 16th Street, directly in line with the White House.
The next 20 to 30 years. Project 2025 is the next.
How long that is?
The next Palestine.
That was adorable.
He has the Supreme Court, he has the Senate, he has the executive branch. He has everything. There's nothing to stop him. It's 20 to 30 years of this nonsense. Stop asking about the next 4 years. Ask about the next 20 to 30 years. Nadine, N-A-D-I-N-E.
All right, let me get up here. There's a effigy here of Trump with devil horns.
Free, free,
Okay, guys, listen. It is not that cold. It's very strange that they decided to move it indoors. I don't think the weather was the reason. This is not. It's not at the level where it's unbearable. Alright, so we are outside the embassy of Kazakhstan. I don't think that has any significance. I think they said they were going to go to the Philippines embassy. I'm not sure where that is. marching again. Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. So they're gonna go down. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go check it out, actually. All right. Thank you.
Let you go, buddy. Stop.
Okay. All right, so they're gonna get moving again shortly. So it looks like they're gonna go down in this tunnel here under the bridge.
I think that they're like, if you stop mass murdering folks, maybe they'd be less close to away. Let's go, boys. Dance.
Alright, so my plan is when they go down in this tunnel here, I'm gonna probably go up top on the bridge to get a shot come down as they're marching through. Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Can you just talk to me about your sign?
Oh, yeah. What side? Yes.
It says Luigi before fascist.
Yeah, because America is not going to be full-fledged fascist. A full-fledged fascist country, 12:01 p.m. today. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about? What do you feel?
I am very disappointed. America is supposed to be this exceptional country. We're supposed to be so smart, but yet we're stupid enough to let a demagogue fascist take over. I'm very embarrassed to be called an American right now, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And basically, we have a tech, big tech is taking over.
The oligarchs, the
right.
plutocracy, the kakistocracy. Yeah. 895 billionaire bloodsuckers are going to be ruling the 300 and something million of us. Yeah. I'm supposed to be happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that.
Nope. All right. Well, I'm going to run up ahead because they're not going through the tunnel. They are... She's great. I forgot her name, but I always see her in New York and D.C. in protest. If I see her again, I'll get to talk to her a little bit more. But kind of stuck in the middle here.
Liberation is here. Liberation is here.
Boots on the ground, no bombs in the air.
No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere.
No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere.
No boots on the ground.
No bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere.
U.S. out of everywhere.
No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere.
U.S. out of everywhere.
No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere. No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere. No boots on the ground, no bombs in the air. U.S. out of everywhere.
U.S. out of everywhere.
Why are we listening to the car?
We're cutting off their own path.
No, you know that. You know that. You know that. You know you need a permit. Come on, you know you need a permit. Come on, we're going to argue. I got you. Sit down, man. Jesus. There's so many permits
It's a weird thing.
Alright, so I think the cops did redirect the march. Alright, so I think this is the Embassy of the Philippines, right here.
Immigrants are welcome here. We say no more racism here. Immigrants are welcome here. Immigrants are welcome here. Immigrants are welcome here. We say no more racism. Immigrants are welcome here.
Very good. Are you?
Justice, you say how? End the occupation now. What do we want? Justice. Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Our streets. 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 The people united will never be defeated. 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 Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! We will never let you die! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! We will never let you die! We will never let you die! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! None of the money, none of the dollar! No more money for Israel slaughter! No more money for Israel slaughter! None of the dollars! None of the penny, none of the dollar! No more money for Israel slaughter! No more money for Israel slaughter! DC, can't you see? Palestine is almost free! Palestine is almost free! Say it loud and shake the ground! Say it loud and shake the ground! No Zionists in our town!
Sorry, I literally came up with an item.
Say it loud and shake the ground!
That's perfect. Oh, I know, yeah. Hold on one second. That's cool. Thank you. That's accurate. So Israeli occupied territory, showing the White House. As we know, AIPAC has a massive influence on our government.
the people today? If you fed up of the people today, make some noise! It's quick out here, it's cold as shit, and yet my heart, my spirit is filled with the warmth of the people. Look to the person to the left, look to the person to the right, say, we stand here in solidarity and fighting for all oppressed classes and sectors and peoples throughout the world for our inevitable liberation. Why are we here in front of the Philippine Embassy? Why are we here in front of the Philippine Embassy? Because the Filipino people and the Philippines are the linchpin to the U.S. imperialist plot of war, the inevitable inter-imperialist war with China. And the Filipino people and the mass movement of organized Filipinos in the Philippines and right here in the U.S. are the most potent frustration to their designs for inter-imperialist war with China. We the people, here Filipinos and you all that stand in solidarity with us, are frustrating the design of the imperialists, the design of the Zionists, to incite a war that will only hurt the people, that will only frustrate the already dire circumstances in which we're living in today. The rampant inflation, the over-policing of our neighborhoods and our communities, the slaughter, the genocide of our brothers and sisters in Gaza. And we are here to say shame! So, thank you so much. We will have a short program here in front of the Philippine Embassy. We are here for the Philippine Embassy because they are the enemy. They are the most acute representation of the Filipino government here in the United States that are determined to continue the semi-colonial, semi-feudal conditions of the Philippines that keeps the Filipino people locked in poverty, without jobs, and without ownership of the very land that they till. And Trump is here with his racist, xenophobic agenda, determined to assault the migrants here in the United States, of which our kababayan, our family, are a vital and important force. So we are here today with a short program. I'm going to bring up my co-MC Aaron to introduce the organization speaking for us.
All right. Thank you everybody for being here. Now I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting real sick of the cowardice that I see regularly from the Philippine Embassy. I know that those of you who have been in the game for a while know exactly what I'm talking about. We march for Brandon Lee, for long overdue justice. We march for human rights on International Human Rights Day, and they turn out the lights and pretend they're not there? We make phone calls demanding the PHRA be passed, and they hang up before we can finish speaking? This inaction is dangerous more than ever with Donald Trump, who's been campaigning on a platform of mass deportation coming in. You can bet millions of Filipino migrants will be more at risk in the next 4 years than ever before. So I ask, why, when the people they're supposed to represent come crying for help, they don't even want to do their jobs? What the hell? I'll let you know a little secret though. They don't care. Marcos doesn't care. All he cares about is staying in the pockets of the United States. So if that means that Donald Trump gets to deport more and more undocumented immigrants, more and more Filipino migrants, then so be it. way. Because if they don't want to do their jobs, then we're going to make them. We're not going to let them cower under their desks and shut off the lights and cover their ears. We need to let them know that we're going to continue fighting for the Filipino people. We need to let them know that the Trump presidency isn't going to make their jobs easier, it's going to make it harder. I'd like to introduce this next organization fighting for sovereignty, democracy, and human rights. Please welcome the speaker from Malaya, D.C.
Greetings to all comrades and to all our allies! Despite this cold and freezing weather, you are still out here showing out and showing the people's resistance, showing the people's power. We know that despite whoever won the U.S. election, we know that regardless who won it, the people will take up the streets, the people will show our resistance, and the people will show our power against tyrannical fascist presidents. It doesn't matter who is up in the White House, because we know that fascism and tyrannical rule will happen here in America, in the Philippines, in Palestine, and all over the rest of the world. And once Trump was elected and announced as the winner of the U.S. election, do you know who proudly called him on the telephone? It was President of the Philippines, Marcos Jr. The fact that he had a stunt team to show proudly on social media calling up Donald Trump and congratulating him, it shows the fact that Marcos Jr. it will continue his subservience to the United States interests of foreign domination, and interests of imperialism in the Philippines and in Palestine and the rest of the world. We will see that Marcos Jr. will continue to intensify militarization in the Philippines, will continue to intensify attacks on human rights defenders. We will continue to see the United States bring forth funding for aerial bombings in our peasant communities, in our indigenous lands. How shameful that is. In this era of Trump and Marcos Jr., I know that the Philippines will be guarded as a prime real estate by Donald Trump during his presidency. We are not a real estate. Our people should not be exploited. Our people should not be killed. And our people should not be shipped out of the Philippines just for the U.S. interests. And in this Trump and Marcos Jr. presidency of their era, we will see a stronger resistance. We will see a larger movement, and we will hear a louder voice calling against fascist, tyrannical presidents. So turn your grief and despair into courage. Courage to stand with working class people. Courage to stand alongside each other. And courage to take up the streets and continue to fight, to dare to struggle, to not be afraid, and continue on the movement for a united front for the working class people. The people united will never be defeated.
that change of plans, our contingency is going to continue moving towards the White House. Woo!
All right, does everyone, if you could just say...
Yo, my bad, it's DuPont.
Okay. Does everyone can start facing the banners and line up, and we're going to keep on the move. No boots in the ground, no bombs in the air.
Okay, thank you very much. Which one?
Money for jobs and education. No more mass incarceration. Money for jobs and education. No more mass incarceration. Money for jobs and education. No more mass incarceration. Money for jobs and education.
Alright guys, just to let you know, after I sign off here, Tina will be live in LA covering a protest. Let me see, time will be 5 o'clock. So I'm guessing that's 5 p.m. Eastern time. That will be 2 p.m. LA time. So Tina will be live in LA covering a protest. So make sure you are subscribed so you get that notification for when we do go live again. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for, I'm not signing off yet. I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Super chats really help this on-the-ground reporting.
don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop.
All right, so we are approaching 18th Street. Alright, so it looks like cops are moving up to, I guess, create a barrier of where they're going to direct them to. Maybe they're trying to keep them away from the White House. I'm not sure.
Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river. From the sea to the river. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people.
Yeah, like, which is true to that, but like...
You want to take the circle?
Right now.
Alright, so maybe they're going to end the march here. I forgot which park this is.
Hola!
We don't need them. What we want is total freedom. What we want is total freedom. Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. We will never let you die. We will never let you die. Free, free Palestine.
This is DuPont Circle.
Revolution!
Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap up a little bit. Again, Tina will be live around 5 p.m. Eastern today. So make sure you stick around. There's going to be a new live stream for that. So make sure you are subscribed so you get that notification. Thank you for any super chats. Also, thank you to our new members, Hector and Courtney. I am going to wrap this up now and go get some food, get warm, and then I'm going to head over towards the arena. I will do some interviews with Trump supporters. We're going to post that another time, so make sure you look out for that. Let me just make sure we're all good here. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. Again, Tina will be live at 5. So it's 2:30 now. So make sure you look out for that notification or come back, visit us. All right, everyone. Have a good day.